Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, chosen, I want to start off by telling you all about a dream that I had the other night, and then I want to do a reading just to see what's going on with the energy, because this dream was crazy. So, I dreamt that I was in someone's home. I don't know who the person was, but they had a teenage daughter who was actually in a wheelchair. And she was not able to move her legs, her arms. She could kind of move her hands because she had an electronic wheelchair. And I kept going over to talk to her, even though most people was just kind of passing her by. I kept going over to talk to her because for some reason I understood what she was saying. And so, I just kept nurturing her and being kind to her. And she was actually giving me feedback, talking back, and she became very close to me. And so she asked me if I would play a game with her. She wanted to put handcuffs on me. And I remember she got up and she started walking. Now, this is after I realized, I kept thinking to myself, like, I know I can heal her. I know I can heal her. So I would send like loving energy towards her whenever I would talk to her or I was in her presence. She got up and she started walking, and she came over with the handcuffs and was like, I want to put this, one cuff on your end and one cuff on my arm, to cuff us together. And so I didn't feel right about it because I was like, well, who's going to have the key to uncuff us? She said, well, my boyfriend will. Intuitively, I knew in the dream that her boyfriend had something to do with her being wheelchair bound, right? So I was like, no, I don't want to play that game. I'm not safe I'm not comfortable with that game. But mind you, she was walking at this point. So next thing I know, her mother came over and she tried to jab me with this syringe, okay, a needle, right? And I ended up acting really fast and I turned the needle back on her and made her stick herself with it. And that's when I woke up. It was kind of weird because I was like, why would this young girl, we was bonding, I ended up actually helping her to heal. She's walking, and rather than focusing on the fact that she's actually up and moving, they're actually trying to turn on me at this point. So consider, chosen. You all have really extended yourself in a very loving and compassionate way to a lot of people who, on the surface, they seem very innocent, right? They seem very naive or very, very unlearned in certain ways. And your compassion for their handicap, whether it was a spiritual one, an emotional one, you was patient. You was that person that would, nurture them or intentionally do things with the hopes that it would be healing to them, right? And you saw their handicap as being like, okay, well, they're still young or they're still learning, they're still growing. And so you had the right motives, right? You had the right intentions for being in people's lives, but you didn't realize that the whole time there's energies that's plotting behind the scenes that's wanting to have what you have. Because mind you, even in the dream, I intuitively knew that the needle that they was trying to stick me with would ultimately put me into the position that the young girl, the teenage girl, was in, right? Wheelchair bound. So there's this energy of wanting to handicap you, chosen. People recognize that you have a very strong gift. You have the ability to heal with your words, through your intention. Some of y'all have healing hands. You just have those natural gifts that the Most High has imparted within you. And many of you have begin using these gifts. But there are people who are not, and rather than appreciating the fact that you have something that could benefit them in a very powerful way, they would rather try to take it from you, handicap you. Meanwhile, they're running away healed after you've done all of this work on their behalf. People are out here that want to steal your gifts. They want to take your destiny, chosen, but they can't do it. So let's start off with the declare and decree deck. We're going to jump right into this and see what the heck is going on out here in these spiritual streets, y'all. Because I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm just like, oh my goodness, how? But it's so nice that we get to travel on multiple dimensions and to get to see, the energy behind what we see here in the 3D. Because it gives you a heads up for those of you who are dreamers out there. So I have two. two cards from my Declare and Decree deck. You're going to write this on paper and burn it. So the first one says, all wicked agendas, known and unknown, performed against myself and my lineage is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All wicked agendas, known and unknown, performed against myself and my lineage is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. The next one says, all spiritual warfare waged against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All spiritual warfare waged against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So we have wicked agendas and we have spiritual warfare. That's giving you a clear indicator of what needs to be cleared out at this time, because there's constant pushback when it comes to the chosen. People are angry out here. These karmics are very, very disappointed that you have these gifts. It's not even the fact that you've done anything wrong to them, because the dream was a very clear energy. I'm there with the right intentions to help someone who seems like they're innocent, they're growing, they're learning, but they're also handicapped in a way. And I felt like, well, I have the ability to heal this person. And rather than the handcuffs, consider the handcuffs as she wanted to bind me to her. She wanted to bind me to her. So some of y'all got people out there who they're wanting to siphon your energy. They want to take your gifts, but they also want to cripple you while taking your gifts at the same time. But they don't want to lose that connection that they have to you. So they want to bind you to them, but they want to handicap you, take your gifts, and then what? I guess make you believe that they're now your healer. They're now the one who's the chosen that's meant to pull you up out of the trenches. It's like wanting to swap destinies here. And so let's just tap into the energy, y'all. Okay, so the Death card is in the reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Okay? Now, if you take a look at these energies, the one in the middle right here, Nine of Wands, is the wounded warrior. Someone who might be in victimhood mentality. You know, they've gone through a lot. And I feel like this could also be your energy in some ways, where like you've taken a beating, you've taken a beat down, you've gone through a lot. And here comes the karmics wanting to rush in to try to wreak more havoc in your life, because the Death card is in the reverse. They don't want something to end here. They don't want this cycle to close out. They don't want to see you go through this massive transformation. They don't want you to drop the burdens of having them in your life, because after you go from the Nine of Wands, you go to the Ten of Wands, where it gets too heavy, and you release that thing and you go pick up the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new passionate beginning that takes you on new adventures. And so somebody is wanting to come rushing in, spewing lies, saying all types of things, because they want you to feel like a victim. They want you defensive. They want you to feel bruised and beat up. They want to take you back to where you used to be. Okay? Because they can't accept the fact that you truly have changed. They can't accept the fact that it's over. So this is someone who's holding on for dear life here. And that's why the handcuffs in the dream was a strong representation of someone wanting to chain you to them, bind you to them, okay? But for all of the wrong reasons. Taking the good nature, they want to bind you to them, okay? They don't want to accept the fact that it's over. You truly have changed. You truly are moving on, okay? Life is getting ready to be very different. See? The Three of Wands is in the reverse. They want you stuck. They want you feeling pessimistic about the future, because this is a misery loves company type of energy. And that's exactly what I was picking up in my dream. But it's like the unfortunate part is that these karmics, they have the potential to heal. Like genuinely, they have the potential to heal, because you've dropped enough jewels in their presence for them to pick those things up and actually utilize it. I'm talking about the jewels of wisdom, the words of wisdom that you imparted on these karmics when you was actually giving them your attention, your love, and your compassion. You did enough. You was the example. Even if you didn't say anything directly, you was a clear example to them of what it looks like to heal, to transform, to become a better version of yourself, and to get on the right path. So you gave enough to actually help these karmics to come out of the trenches. But rather than pulling themselves up out of it, they want to try to find a way to come rushing in to cause problems for you, because they want to pull you back down into the trenches with them. This is where they want you at. Defensive, beat up, bruised, okay, holding on to the past, afraid to step out there, okay? That's what they want. They want you, it says, gearing up for worse pessimism, wary, okay? They want you in that energy of being pessimistic. I don't even, there's nothing ahead for me. There's no good people out there for me. There's no good relationships out there for me. That's where they want you. They want you to play it small. Okay. They want you to, shrink. They don't want you to be too big or too grand or too confident. All right. They want delays in your life. They want you to deal with obstacles. Okay. They don't want you reaching your goals. So these people are wanting to bind you to them. And the syringe, the needle, I mean, if it couldn't get more dramatic, like how the hell? She wanted to come in and literally cripple me with whatever was in that syringe after I had already healed her daughter. And so that just goes to show that even the people who are connected to the karmics that you used to deal with, some of them even have very unhealthy motives and intentions because they can't stand the fact that you have a position that they don't. I think that's really what I'm picking up. The mother in the dream felt some type of way that I was able to come in to do something that she was not chosen to do. I was able to come in to enlighten her daughter and to actually bring healing to her daughter, but she was not able to do it. So there was jealousy, there was envy there. And so rather than appreciating that you're being used as a vessel to do the work of the Most High, people would rather sabotage it. Look at that. 6 of Wands in the reverse. I'm telling y'all, look at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands in a reverse is that energy of, they don't want you confident. They don't want you getting the praise and the recognition that you truly deserve. They're mad because people are applauding you. Other people actually appreciate what you have to bring to the world. This is specifically for those of you out there who are healers or teachers, or you're doing any type of spiritual work for others. Or if you have taken on the position of being the generational curse breaker in your family, and you feel that right now your position is to try to, sprinkle a few nuggets of wisdom throughout your family. But sometimes you got to get to that place where you realize those people in your immediate circle will not receive you. That wisdom is not for them. And that's where you start to cast your pearls before swine, because people just take it and they pervert it. You see what I'm saying? They trample all over it. And so whoever these people are, is multiple people, y'all. They want to fight up against you here. There is a competitive energy. Who's going to be the one that gets all of the attention and recognition? And that's exactly what it was in my dream. They wanted to take my gifts, cripple me, so that they could likely go and receive the accolades. Maybe in the dream, the mother thought, okay, if I turn this around and give, stick her with whatever was in that syringe, then I can go and say that I'm the one that healed my daughter and receive the praise and the recognition and the accolades and the inheritance that comes with such a gift, right? People are in competition because you are royalty out there, chosen. You are emperors and empresses, and you have a divine assignment. You sit in your authority. You are a natural leader. People respect you. You rule with power, okay? You are divinely protected. You're disciplined. You're focused. And so people have a hard time accepting the fact that this is who you are today. You are no longer in this energy of being beat up and bruised and still hanging on and holding on in hopes that things will get better. No, you're like, okay, no, I'm getting on my throne. And if you mess with me, you're going to feel this still. You see how he's holding this, whatever this is right here. He's holding it, like, I will toss this at your head. I will knock you upside the head with this right over here. Please don't try me. Don't try me. And I'm not even talking about physically knocking somebody out. I'm talking about spiritually calling judgment on their asses because they just don't want to go sit down somewhere. Folks are out here so bitter and so angry that you are living your life and fully in your purpose that they need to be in your energy so badly that they will try to pervert your name. They will spread rumors about you. They will, go around taking the things that you say, and now they want the light on them. So now they pretending that they have so much wisdom and they're not living it. Now they've become the gurus and they live none of what they speak on. You go and look up their history, check out their track record, check out their criminal record. Folks just now getting out of jail, but they are guru on love. They're a guru on life. They're a guru on self-discipline. Okay. They are a guru on, all of these different things, right? And live none of it. Their track record speaks for them. But there is a battle for recognition. And you ain't even in the battle. You're not even in competition with these folks, because they are not competition to you whatsoever. There is no competition. There's no competition. Okay? The Most High recognizes who truly deserves the wealth, who truly deserves the inheritance, who truly deserves the gifts, the wisdom. The Most High knows. And these beings, they also know. But they're hoping that they can fool the world into believing that they are the ones who was the victim here. They're the ones who was hurt. They're the ones who was beat up and bruised, because they know that the carnal man, right? The carnal man and woman will actually fall for it. But they don't realize that the spiritual man and woman see right through the BS very, very easily. It's very easy to see. And so I guess they was hoping, because even in the dream, had her agenda was to stick me with the syringe in hopes that it would handicap me. So when people looked at you, this is the agenda of your enemy. When people look at you, they want to come in and taint your energy so that when people see you, when people interact with you, they see a handicap. They see a disability. And I'm not talking about a physical one. I'm talking about one where you're projecting a particular energy, or your character is a specific way, or, trying to just tarnish your image in some way, shape, or form, knowing that people, it's all about what people see with their natural eyes. So the objective of your enemy is to try and get you in a space where you look a particular way. So this is why they're coming in, trying to be combative, trying to cause conflict, okay? Because they want you to look beat up and bruised. Or they want you to look like you're the one that actually caused them to be in this energy, beat up and bruised. That's what they want you to look like. And so there's a lot of passion here to try and stop you and to take you off of your throne, because folks just wasn't ready for the type of transformation that the Most High was getting ready to impart in your life. People are disappointed. Look at this, the 9 of Cups in the reverse with the Magician in the reverse. Whoever this is, they have some really bad addictions, first of all. But you would also say that this person or these people, they are not able to manifest anything. Nothing is coming into fruition for them. Meanwhile, you're getting everything that you deserve, and that's where the proof is actually in the pudding here. You go from rags to riches, and they sitting over there sinking further and further and further into nothingness, because this is who they choose to hang around. These people have addictive behavior patterns that they don't want to openly admit to. See, but you are a high priest or a high priestess out there. You are who you say you are. You receive those divine messages. Look at that 10 of Pentacles right behind that. You get the 10 of Pentacles, which is long-term wealth, stability, and security, because you actually did the work to earn this position of having these spiritual gifts here. You earned it. And people just can't accept the fact that you turned away from what they say is the traditional belief system, that thing that most people would turn to, the wide path, the Hierophant in the reverse. You went from that to becoming the high priest or the high priestess, and people don't want to accept the fact that you took the narrow path, and the narrow path led you to your inheritance, your birthright, and your sovereignty. The narrow path led you to everything that is divinely yours. And now folks are dealing with karma, and they're mad that they cannot partake in your wealth. Not your wealth of knowledge, not your spiritual gifts, not your natural gifts, not your You know, your love, your compassion, you've pulled all of that back. No, you will not chain me to you. You will not bind me to you in your misery. Absolutely not. And no, we will not swap destinies. No, you will not come in and make it seem as if you are the one that possesses all of the spiritual wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're living this life of purity and compassion, and you're nurturing, and you know, you have honor and integrity, but you want to try to tarnish the chosen's name and make you chosen look as if you are just out here ratchet as all get out. You ain't did no work on yourself. They want to pretty much give you their image. Everything that they are, they want to try to project onto you. And that's why she wanted to put her handicap or her disability onto me. Male or female, whoever these people are out here, they can't stand the fact that you are winning. Because ultimately, when they tried to get me, I turned it back onto them. So that's that return to sender. No, you won't. You ain't tainting this over here. You're not going to taint this over here. Okay, with your poisons. And chosen, y'all are out here doing the work. Look at this, 10 of swords in the reverse. People are heartbroken because you didn't stay down. They wanted you to stay down. That was the ultimate objective, was to stab you in your back so many times that you would not be able to get up, that you would remain handicapped, that you will remain disabled. Okay? 3 of swords. People are hurt. Look at that, the devil. I told you they wanted to chain and bind you. They wanted to bind you to them in their toxicity, in their misery, in their unhealthy patterns and addictive behavior patterns. They wanted you chained and bound to them because they understand that there is a consequence behind this lifestyle. Following your lust and your carnal nature brings about consequences that they can't get up out of. And that's why they're hurt. They're hurt because you got back up. You found out the truth. You began to listen to your intuition and those spiritual downloads that the Most High has gifted you. And this is why you get everything that is divinely yours. That 10 of Pentacles is yours. Folks are out here making some real foolish decisions. Queen of Wands in the reverse. These are people who have chosen to live a life of lust, of envy, jealousy, rage, anger. Okay? Lack of self-respect, insecurities. These are people that have no creativity, that will go to far ends to try and stop you because of their jealousy and their envy of who you have become. But this is getting ready to backfire something serious, okay? This is going to backfire something serious on them because you've called judgment. These people, they need to be able to say they're associated with you in some way, okay? They need to call you out by name. They need people to know that they know you because you ain't acknowledging them. You're not claiming them. For some of you, this is a masculine hater. This is a man who is hating on you, sending you the evil eye, angry and mad because you have leveled up. Angry and mad because you're not concerned about staying bound to them and dealing with their karma or taking on their specific disabilities. And I'm not talking about physical disabilities. I'm talking about mental, emotional, and spiritual handicaps. They're mad because you're not overly consumed with focusing in on healing them. You did your work. And they chose not to. I mean, even in the dream, when the young girl started walking, that could have been a time of celebration. That could have been a time of her and her mother giving thanks to the Most High that I will be used as a vessel to assist her in that way. Not giving thanks to me per se, but giving thanks to the Most High. But instead, they took that moment and turned it upside down on their own heads. And now, I'm sure once I ended up turning that needle back to the mother, she ended up taking on that position. That handicap, that disability. And so now it's like that energy of y'all sat around and you took the karma and put it back on yourself when you had the opportunity to break that chain right then and there. But rather than breaking the chain and taking the beautiful energy that the chosen see that you have imparted on these karmics, they pervert it and they call more karma to themselves. This says, seeing dark shadow figures in your home. You know, they want to bring all types of negativity into your life. Look at that. This says root work. Seek someone to help you with a protection spell. Y'all are already divinely protected. But these people are out here doing all types of root work, spell work, you know, hoping that they can send low vibrational entities into your space. This says keep a protection pouch with you. I told you, you're divinely protected regardless of what y'all are doing. This says tap into your intuition. You already know who this person is. Many of you already know. Some of you, it's a so-called close friend who's still holding some sort of grudge, or a false friend holding some sort of grudge against you because you released them. Okay? But you're divinely protected. But this is haters here. People who are mad. Some of you, this is a family member that's hating on you. But at the end of the day, they just gonna have to get over it. They talk about you behind your back. Of course they do. All types of gossiping and slandering your name. They call you everything except for a child of God. And they do this because they need the world to believe that you are not who you say you are. That is the ultimate objective, because they want to swap destinies. They're mad because they had the opportunity to get out here and to take on their particular assignment. Whatever assignment the Most High gave to them, they had the opportunity to actually grab hold of that thing. But they instead of taking advantage of it, they said, no, I want to live in my lust. I want to stay in my carnal nature. I want to continue to, indulge myself in my addictions, right? They did not want to change. And so now their karma, their fate is being handed to them on a doggone rusted platter. And they ain't got no choice but to eat on that, because they ain't been offering, nothing else is being offered to them at this point, especially because they decided to, rather than allow you to live your life, right? Because you've healed and they know this to be true about you. They know this. Rather than allowing you to live your life and to be at peace and to have your happiness, knowing that they've hurt you, they would rather turn that on you and say, nope, I see that, because they see that their karma is a life of lack, unhappiness, being surrounded by other karmics. They see that that's what their fate is now. And so they're bitter. So rather than allowing you, chosen, to thrive and flourish, which is, they don't allow you to do anything, but rather than just sitting back and accepting their fate, they want to try to swap destinies with you. And it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. They can say what they want. They can speak whatever they want out there against you, but you are putting yourself first. You ain't thinking about these people. You are letting them know, listen, I am not going to allow you in my energy. I'm not going to allow you to bring that negativity. You saging their asses up out of your life. Okay, this says blue sage. You are saging them up out of your life. Nope, you got to go. You're a parasite. You're a doggone walking germ. You carry demons. You house demons. You will not be in my energy. And you tried, chosen. You tried to give these people the benefit of the doubt by saying, I see what's behind that disability. I see past it. Let me try to help you. Let me try to impart some healing or some wisdom or some jewels that you can use to heal yourself. Let me try. And instead of accepting it and saying, man, this person, in spite of all that I've done against them, they still came through with the desire to see me win too. Rather than taking that, they completely just said, you know what, to hell with that. To hell with that. They just mad that you're thriving. It says seek someone to learn to do a hex breaking ritual, because you don't have to seek anyone outside of yourself, chosen. Y'all are powerful enough to do this spiritual work for yourself. If people are doing spell work against you, that's why we started off the reading with the 2 declarations, which said, let me find the cards. The 2 declarations that was speaking on destroying all spiritual warfare. All spiritual warfare waged against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. And the other one said all wicked agendas known and unknown performed against myself and my lineage are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So that's why I'm telling you, you can do that on your own. All you got to do is put the energy out there. Write it on paper, burn it and release it, and give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for clearing it. And it's done. That's literally the energy of turning that syringe back onto your enemy. just writing it down and burning it. Meanwhile, they over there, they're slandering your name. They making posts about you. They making videos about you. They sending all types of group messages and texts. They're losing their damn mind. They can't do nothing but focus in on you. They're sending spell work your way. They sending the evil eye your way. They hoping that you fail, that you don't thrive. They trying to come into, trying to interfere with your relationships and your friendships. And they try to tarnish other family members' name, tarnish your name in front of other family members. Like they just want you in a corner, hunched over, slunched over, feeling like you can't get up. After all of the things that they've done, they want you just down on your luck, flat on your face, never to get up again. Unless, of course, you're chained and bound to them. And if you give them the accolades, if you put them on a pedestal, okay, if you feed into their unhealthy lust and desires, then, okay, all right, well, I guess I can help you to get up off your face for a little while before I put you back down there. Who the hell wants to live like that? Don't nobody want to be chained and bound to this type of low vibrational energy. And so you will not be. And that's why they're hurt. And they're going to stay hurt. It's going to hurt even more. The more that they try to come up against you, the more karma that they continue to call onto themselves because they refuse to change. They refuse to go through the transformation and to accept the fact that things are over. But they're getting ready to find out. That karma, that syringe is getting ready to stick them straight in their ass. And it's about to knock them down. It's getting ready to knock them down. And that same agenda that they had up against you is getting ready to become their fate. I don't think they're ready to accept it and receive it because this is far harsher than anything that they could ever imagine because they messing with the wrong one. But see, people are so used to you being the old version of yourself that they won't accept the fact that you truly are a chosen seed. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to believe it. But the Most High Mother and Father is getting ready to make them a believer. So y'all sit back and y'all wait on it. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep these people up out of your energy. Keep transforming. Keep shining. Keep thriving. And accept and receive your reward openly. Of course, humbly, but confidently and courageously because you deserve it. You don't have to dim your light for nobody. You don't have to lower your voice for nobody. You don't have to stop speaking your truth for nobody. Let these people accept the fact that you are royalty and that your life is getting ready to look just like that. Let them accept the fact that you are attracting true love and true friendships and true business partnerships and that you are actually evolving and expanding in every area of your life. Shine bright. Let them see it and accept it because they ain't got no doggone choice. That's my message for you all. I love you. If you want a personal reading from me, email me. If you want to order my cards, tarot lessons, the altars that I have made, email me. It's in the description box. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll talk to y'all next time.